Welcome back. Today we're gonna do a nice little simple painting anyone can do, and I hope you try this painting with me. Now, let me run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While you're doing that, let me tell you what I got done on my canvas. I have a 16 by 20-inch canvas, pre-stretched double prime, and I added a thin layer of liquid clear. Now, on top of that liquid clear, what I did was on the bottom, or more like in the center, I added a mixture of sap, no, not sap green, my bad. I added a mixture of cadmium yellow, phthalo blue, and a touch just to dull it down, alizarin crimson. After that, I have alizarin crimson and a touch of phthalo blue. It's just mixtures. On top of that, I have the same thing, just with a touch more white, and on the top I have phthalo blue, and I put a little bit of that green from here on top of here, just like strikes. I know you can't see it since the colors are transparent. And at the bottom I just put phthalo blue. Now, let's get started with the painting today. I thought today we could do a different painting. So as you can notice, I have different paints. Those are paints that I mixed up while preparing the canvas. Those paints most likely we're not gonna use. So let's go with the fan brush, and let's go some titanium white, and just add in a little figure, maybe one over there, and I'm just using titanium white. Now, this is where the paint's gonna show. I think that's good. So let's get a 2-inch brush and just lift it up. We're gonna do like a Northern Lights inspired painting. Something so simple. It's more work preparing the canvas than actually painting it. Okay, so we pulled it upwards. You could pull it as high up as you want or as low as you want it. But then at the same time, I also want to pull down just to give it that look. And since we have the liquid clear, it allows us to do both. And it helps us to move that paint around and just have a good time. Just lift up and down. Up. Okay. Maybe this one has a bit more white. Maybe it goes off there. Something a bit interesting. A bit more white. Go up and down. And just like that, we have our basic Northern Lights. I'm gonna just fix this one. Just fix it up a bit. You do it to however you want it, to whatever degree. Now, I thought today we can get a little bit of crimson. We can get a little bit of phthalo blue. Now, I added mountain mixture to my palette. It's a paint that they sell. You don't really need it, but you can use it. It helps you speed up the process. And a little bit of cadmium yellow. Cut a roll of paint. Let's come up here and pick out a good designated area. Okay? And we'll come back to that shortly in a bit. The only thing I'm going to do before we leave that is just move that paint that we put. And I'll make it look like a rock, a foothill, something. And let's go ahead, let's go into some titanium white, cut a roll. Let's come up here and just touch it with the palette knife. Something so lightly and so simple. Just make sure your lines are pretty straight. If not, it's not gonna look right. And you're gonna have to be tilting your head all the time, and it's gonna look like the water's gonna fall out. Okay, let's go ahead, wisp it. Let the bottom ones get more color. Now, let me label where I want a wave. I want it to come maybe here, comes up from there, maybe somewhere there, there, and there. Okay, so now you have to get that center eye. So a little bit of yellow and take it through some white. White and yellow, yellow and white. Loading it up with my filbert and just scrub it in. Scrub it in. Let that just fade into nowhere. Okay, let me clean that brush. Okay, clean filbert. Now, let's get a 2-inch brush and just, oh, dirt. Have this brush sitting out a bit. But just going in circles. Going in circles. Just to blend that out a bit. Let me beat it some more. It's always that fun part. You can kind of just wisp it, fix it to your liking. Now, let's go with our fan brush again. And let's go titanium white. Let's come up here and just put in our basic little wave. Okay? So now we could go back to our filbert, pick up a little bit of white, that dark color, load up our brush with that paint tone. It's like a grayish tone, grayish purple, and just going in circles just to make it look like there's foam in this wave. Those little sizzling things right in the wave, and it just gives it a bit more character. Same thing we did to that yellow part, just lightly going in circles. And all I'm gonna do is get a filbert. I have multiple filbert brushes, so I don't have to constantly be cleaning my brush. Let's go into some titanium white and just highlight it. Okay? And just going in circles, just in circles. Let me clean this brush. I'm gonna forget if I don't clean it. So it's better to clean it right now for me. Okay. So going back to our 1 inch or 2 inch, blend that bottom. You can lift up, you can make it softer, you could do whatever you want with this. Okay? You know what? I want to make it interesting. So I have a little bit of liquid white here. I'm going to take some liquid white, mix it with my um, titanium white. I'm going to put my palette down for a bit. Liquid white, titanium white. And I decided I want a few stars living in the sky. Okay? Now we could continue. Now that I'm satisfied, let's go ahead. Let's mix up uh, alizarin crimson. And I already have green, but you can make it with yellow and blue. That makes you a green. And just mix it with the crimson. That'll give you a brown. Okay. Let's come up here and just sparkle. I'm gonna try to get out of the way. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a bit more green just to dull it. And I'm gonna get this dark color I have, mix it up. Now we have our shadow. So we can just pull this down. Okay. Or let's go ahead. You could always change this. Add a touch of highlight. Painting is an individual thing, so when you're painting this, paint it however you would imagine it. Okay. Now I'm gonna get a fan brush, number 3 fan, and just load it with paint. Okay. You're not gonna see it since it's a dark color. Okay, let me go into some yellow. It's pretty far, so I don't want much detail. They're like maybe distant trees, something in the far, something just living there. Okay, clean my brush. Let me just get a bit of that highlight, fix up some of my edges. Just pull it. and you could pull some of it down if you like. Now, let's go back to my fan brush that has that titanium white, and let's do like a happy face, another happy face, and another one. Now, you gotta follow the lay of the land. I'm gonna just touch, pull, touch, pull, touch, pull. Nothing really interesting there. It looks like I messed it up, but just come with my 2 inch. 2 inch brush could save the day. And you could kind of blend out whatever is there. And so, kind of just pulling it to a degree where I'm satisfied. I want to add in a touch of foam in this one. Here and there. I'm just enjoying this painting, having a good time. And I've been trying to paint these pictures a bit quicker so you guys won't have to stay here for longer than half an hour. That's my goal. I'll be satisfied if all my videos are like 27 minutes, 26. I just don't want it to pass the 30-minute mark. And then I'll be completely satisfied. Just going in circles. Okay. Now, let's get a script liner. Oh, damage brushed. I need to fix that brush. Little bit of liquid white and titanium white. Just make some waves. Make some little detail. Just anything you could create on the spot. As long as you desire it, it's a-okay. And it's not hurting anyone, then you're fine to do it. People might not like it, but it's your vision. Okay? Lift up, following that angle. Now, get some titanium white, cut a roll of paint, and just scratch in like some water. Okay? Something simple, something light. Make it look like foam. Okay, Maybe we still got a couple minutes to spare. Maybe, just maybe, come along here and we just kind of bring it together. You know, it's always interesting when you change your paintings last minute. I might have made the wrong decision, but let's make out of it. Let's make it interesting. Let's work it out. Let's make it work. Let's just it's hard to describe it when you had something and you added something and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. But there's no mistakes. There is no mistakes. Okay, now let's mix up a darker color for a shadow. Okay. You know what? We could always change our minds. There's nothing better than being able to change your mind. Imagine if all all our decisions were final and we could never change our mind. Ugh, that would be a pain. I wouldn't want to be in that world. That world doesn't sound fun. My world, you could change your mind whenever you want, and it's all in your power. Okay? I'm trying to see where I can get this to go. Because of your shadows and um your highlights don't match up, it's just not gonna look right at the end of the day. So you want everything to match up so it could look right and you could be completely satisfied with it. That's what I'm doing right now. Now, I don't know why I have that breath. And I'm just fixing up like if I never did that. Who knows who did it? Wasn't me. Oh, that's funny. Wasn't me. I'm telling you, on this canvas, you have unlimited power. You can change stuff when you wish, and if you change it and you don't like it, you can go back, you can fix that problem. Okay, just sort of bring it together. Now I am going to, just to fix it, and we're about to run out of time, so right before we run out of time, let me fix it real quick. Just add blue on top of wherever you want to hide, just to sort of blend it and make it seem like it was there the whole time. Let me just finish this real quick. Just some foam, some watery foam. Let's go in with some black, just to sort of darken this. Okay, we're almost there. Hang on tight. Let me, okay. I'm gonna diffuse this a bit and diffuse that a bit more. And I think I'm gonna start signing off this painting. We're basically done with this piece. I hope you enjoy this painting. This a painting where it'll test you. At the beginning of the video, I said a nice little simple painting, but this one will mess with you a bit, and just all I could say is have fun with this painting, because this painting, if you're not having fun, the painting's having fun. Kind of understand what I mean. But give it a try if you want to challenge yourself out a bit. I'm not the best at seascapes, so that's why I'm kind of like trying to coordinate. But there's pretty nothing much else I would like to say, rather than I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next video, because that one will be good. We're in the process of making the next video for you, and until next time, God bless, take care.